It always gets darker. I don't know if you can see me, but I am your host, as always, the Archivist. And try to set this up right. Back. There. Alright. I'm just gonna put you here, so try this. I don't know if you can see me. If not, then you can probably hear my voice. Running the engine right now to get me warm. It's kind of cold, since it is December and all. So I just saw I just saw Vice. And, oh dang, was it a well, quite frankly, I don't know what you would call it, really. I mean, it's like, I believe it's by the same people that did The Big Short, and it has a lot of the same meta narrative and commentary as it, where they talk to the camera. Well, they explain stuff, if anything. Well, basically it has a lot of meta narrative, like in The Big Short. It has a lot of comedy and humor, and it has the breakneck, it's serious, the comedy, then back to serious again, and comedy, and it tries to be faithful to the source material. And, well, okay, basically the storyline of Vice is that Dick Cheney goes from drunken dropout wreck to Vice President of the United States. There, can you see me better now? And basically does what, other people in fiction have done to rise to power, like Senator Palpatine in the Star Wars prequels, when he becomes the Emperor, or like in V for Vendetta, where that guy, I forget what his name was, but the leader guy, how he was able to ascend to power because, something scary happens, some terrorist attack happens, and we the people are so, again, knee-jerk reaction where it's like, I was like, oh no, we gotta attack, be angry, we gotta channel this at something, which is also what was an episode post 9/11 of Seventh Heaven was about. I was like, I have all this anger, I don't know what to do with it, grrr. And it's like, yeah, I was angry too. I didn't challenge it on anybody. I just felt very insecure about my life for a good while. That was all of 2002, by the way. But I never felt we need to attack, it's like a nation or a people. It's like we need to just find those responsible. That's it. And but people in the U.S., they felt that they needed to put a name, a face to the name, to the action, to, something. And that's what Dick Cheney did to rise to power, like Palpatine and that other guy, use everyone's, use the fear and screw the morality and the laws and everything. We just need a thing, and he'll rally that, channel that, and rise to power. Which is basically, in a nutshell, what this movie's about. Is this guy's rise to power, and it is a ride to get through. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to watch the midnight review screening on Vice on Stone Gremlin Productions. Hi, Brad and Co. Anyway, so yeah, I recommend it if you're a history buff, if you like quirky, you turn on a dime comedy and drama, a dark comedy, basically. My friend Ken told me about that once, what the definition of dark comedy means. But yeah, that's something we did. This is a part of American history. You know, pulls back the curtain and sees all the little details of how that whole emotional part of our lives happened. All the actors are superb. There's no one in this movie that I thought, oh, that's just, acting or was subpar or anything. No, all the actors in this movie were fantastic. Even those I didn't recognize, because a lot of them wore face makeup because they had to age people from their early 20s to mid 30s to their 40s and 50s and 60s, because this goes right up until into the late 2000s or something like that. So it goes on into somewhere into the 2000s. So they had to age these people a good deal. So it's like Roots in that way, except they're all being played by the same actress all the way through. Except for the kids, of course, because you can't have an 8-year-old, little toddler or whatever supposed to then be played by a 7-year-old. You can't. But all the adults, that was just a joy. And then to see Bush Jr., and I'm like, oh my God, this was my first president, this guy. And you see him talking and his story, and it's like, oh my God. So yeah, the story was clear, and much like Wolf of Wall Street, it kind of just goes on and on and on, because this is, an entire career, an entire lifetime. So there's no first act, second act, and third act. Those are not even there at all, pretty much. This is just one thing leads into another thing, which then leads into another thing, which is how life is, And it kind of, after a while, I'm like, okay, we got to be nearing the end of all this. Like, when are we going to hit the 2000s? Because it still feels like we're in the 90s. Okay, we're at the 9/11 part. Okay, and then it goes on for a couple more years, and then, and then it goes into the end credits. It's like, okay. Because that's life. There is no we're clearly in the last 15 minutes of the movie. This was more like, I know we're nearing the end, I just don't know where. And so, yeah, it was a ride to get through, but I really wish this comes out okay. But it's a bit of a patient ride. You have to, Walter. You have to what is that word? Slugger through it. Slosh through it. Trudge. I think it's trudge. You have to trudge through it all the way through. So it's a bit of a wane on your patience, but you'll be glad when the whole thing's all wrapped up and done with. You feel quite satisfied you went through a decent enough ride to be memorable. Even though not all of it was pleasant, you still feel good about it throughout it all. Because now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Oh yeah, by the way, that reference was not in the movies, not that I recall. But yeah. Which they should have. They did everything, all the other tropes. So why not? Anyway, yeah, so I am looking forward to, trailers, yeah, trailers. Oh my God, I saw a weirdest ass trailer called Us, where this African American family goes to the beach, and then they go home, And then suddenly there's some family standing in a driveway. And he says, "Who are they?" "Us." And then they get home invaded. Well, they get invaded, and then like nothing really happens to them because they're like scared out of their gourd, because it's like, hey, that is me. And why is me acting all insane and batshit and giving me the crazy eyes? You know, so they're like, okay, this is weird. And something about hordes of rabbits, regular sized rabbits, but like these rabbits all over the goddamn place. I'm like, so has the entire family been gassed by Scarecrow's fear gas or something? Because I don't understand what the fuck's going on. The house invasion, I understand. Them being invaded by their clones, okay. But then the rabbits, that was just what took me out of the film, or the trailer, was like, now there's just bunches of rabbits everywhere. What? So, yeah, that's where I would have held back on the script, was to take out, like, the rabbits. After that. And then there was... what was it? I know there was another trailer somewhere about... dang. Then we had the Godzilla one. Little boxes. I think that's about it. I'm sure if it was memorable, I would remember it. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, then there was a girl who wanted to go to Antarctic. She says to her parents, he promised me if I got straight A's all the way through middle school, I could have whatever I wanted. And he said, yeah, I want us to go on a family trip to Antarctica. What? Yeah, it's like suddenly, like, someone saw that anime about those girls who journey to Antarctica, you know? And it's like, we'll do that, except for a group of girls, we're only gonna have one, and then her parents. So, like, that was the concept. I believe that would be the concept behind this movie. So, they tell her no, I guess, that no, we're not going to take a family trip to Antarctica. And then, like, they open the door to the bathroom, and then she's gone, and it's like, where did she go? And then the family is like, the parents are like, I guess, going to try and, like, track her down, I guess, by posting flyers, and then thinking eventually she goes to Antarctica. And apparently this girl is like, is notorious for pranks or something, so it's like, paper towns, along with what was it? That anime, I forget what the name of the anime is, but the anime where the group of girls go to Antarctica, it feels like that, like a compilation of those two concepts, or a joining of those two concepts. Notorious, that's what it was. Notorious. The girl is notorious for, like, pranks or something, because we see some remnants of pranking going on. So I'm guessing that because everyone's like, where is she? Who is she? She's very popular because everyone knows her name. So yeah, this is a weird one. I gotta go home and drink some eggnog with rum in it, because I need me sleep. And it's almost 1. So, take care, and I will see you all at the beginning of next year with the Godzilla films and the Captain America. I should say Miss Marvel, but Captain Marvel, the Shazam guy, the Godzilla, the Aelita, or Galley, or Battle Angel, whatever you want to go by. All those movies. The season 3 of Stranger Things. I'm looking forward to all that stuff, all that cool stuff. So So to all you out there on YouTube, take care. And you can see this. Take care and see you at the movies.